Hello and welcome to this presentation. My name is Lee Snyder, the product manager for the steel segment here at Tekla Inc. And what I'll be showing is a brief demonstration showing the new extension available for download on the warehouse, which is called a Save Grid to File. What this allows the user to do are to save grids that have been modified in such a way that the normal grid dialog box doesn't have the ability to save and then to reload those grids. So just to give you a quick example of what I mean, here I have a standard grid system that I inserted, and then I came in and modified this using the direct modification. So just activating that, dragging the grid lines, skewing them. I also came up here and added a grid line, that's the 4.1. And then now if I were to come in and double click on this, as if I were to get the properties and then maybe save that away or come in and hit modify, you see that I'm going to lose that manual work that I've done, which obviously I don't want. So what I've also done is I came in and added in a radial grid and then manually modified that as well using the direct modification. And so what I want to be able to do is to save and store these away, just in case they get deleted. I want to load them back in or perhaps reuse them on a future project. And so that's why we've come in and created this Save Grid to File. So it's a fairly simple tool, just two buttons here on the toolbar is basically just saving the grid data and then creating the grid from a file. We're going to store that as just a simple XML file that will then reload that information back into the model. If I don't have any grid system selected and I click on Save Grid Data, it's going to save all the grids within my model. If I want to save them separately, I can just highlight the one, click on Save Grid Data. It will open up this dialog box, and the default save location will be in the attributes folder of the current model folder. So I can just give these any specific name that I want. So I can call that radial, for example. Then let's grab this one and I can call this my standard one here. And then just by having nothing selected, I'll just hit Save Grid Data and just call this all. Alright, so now if these were removed from the model somehow, or if I was pulling them into a new model, we can just start from a blank slate, and I'll just come in here and just say that I want to create grid from file, and let's just load in the radial grid. So you can see that there, and I'll just undo that and then just go through these. Here would be the standard grid, and then here if I wanted to come in and bring in all. Alright, and then if I double click on these, it's again going to bring me up a similar dialog box where I can see the Z elevations, but if I were to come in and modify this, it's going to reset it to those standard settings. So it's just being able to capture all of those manual edits using the direct modification or any other manual effort with the ability to quickly save and load those into the model. So like I said, this is available for download on the Tekla warehouse. Feel free to check it out, send us any feedback that you may have, and we hope you enjoy this new development.